All right, I'm going to do something a little bit different because we are getting home late tonight. There's a game that starts early tomorrow, so I'm going to do what I do during the regular season. Although, during the regular season, it's a little trickier because I have to worry about the records. Exhibition games, preseason, I don't worry about a team's record. I don't post their record because, again, it's all going to be forgotten in 12 days' time. Tomorrow morning, the matinee is Pittsburgh and Columbus. So that starts 11 a.m. my time, 2 p.m. Eastern. There's also an early game. I'm not throwing matinee as the title, but at 3 o'clock my time, 6 o'clock Eastern, Minnesota's playing against Colorado, and then we get into the regular schedule. Toronto will play Buffalo. This is noteworthy in that Michael Neuwirth will make his debut for the Toronto Maple Leafs in this game. He, of course, was dealing with an undiagnosed injury earlier in the week, and there was some discussion about might he be submarine before he gets that shot. Now he gets that shot at potentially being the backup. So that'll be interesting, and he's in against Buffalo, a team that he knows. Carolina's in against the Washington Capitals. That, of course, is a rematch from round one of this past spring. Montreal's against Ottawa. They've met in the playoffs before as well, although this is two completely different teams than the last time they met in the playoffs, and it'll be interesting to see what happens in that one. Islanders are in against the New Jersey Devils. Again, the Devils and the Islanders, both teams that have reason to be excited this year. The Islanders have a lot of good young kids coming in, and the New Jersey Devils, of course, we know about all the new faces in their lineup and the excitement about that team. And it'll be interesting to see if there's some chemistry created between these new players before the season starts. Rangers and Philly. Noteworthy here is that Artemi Panarin was not at practice for the Rangers. And this, again, looks like it's precautionary. It's a mild groin strain. It's no big deal. Is it going to hold him out the rest of the preseason? We'll see. What they're saying is every day he feels better. Every day it's going to get better. It's not a big deal. But that's kind of what you say. So with hockey, we're kind of conditioned to go, hey, it could be true, and it might not be true, and yeah, we'll see. They're in against the Flyers tomorrow. Florida will play Dallas in Tulsa, Oklahoma. So this is a game in Oklahoma between two southern teams, and hopefully it's well attended and goes really well. Tampa Bay will be in against the Nashville Predators tomorrow night. So they play today, they play tomorrow. And the Vegas Golden Knights will be in against San Jose. And you would think this might be a dastardly fight to the death between these two teams. You'd be wrong. It's preseason. They will not have their A rosters out there. This is guys fighting for jobs, not fighting with the other team. Things are different in preseason. This is why you see some unknowns and lesser-known players with highlight reel hits in the preseason, is because they want to stick around. They want to make this team. They want to at least make it so the team has a more difficult time sending them down. So don't expect a whole bunch of fighting in San Jose and Vegas until the regular season rolls around. Boston's going to be in against Chicago. Chicago won't have Kirby Dach in the lineup. Good news is he's been skating. He was out skating by himself. So Dach is back on the ice, and hopefully he's able to get in a game before you would think he's going to get sent down now. With concussion, missing part of training camp, you have to think he's probably going to get sent back down, which would be too bad, but we'll see. We'll see whether or not the Chicago Blackhawks say, you know what, we're going to give him those 9 games at the start of the year and see how he does. Anaheim's in against the Arizona Coyotes. That should be an interesting game between these guys, Arizona and the Anaheim Ducks. And then there's a game in Salt Lake City, Utah, between the LA Kings and the Vancouver Canucks. That's an odd matchup in an odd location. So that's going to be on tomorrow. I'll definitely see this. Very likely watch highlights from as many of these as I can. But I am pacing myself because I know once the regular season rolls around, much like hockey players pace themselves with how much they're playing in the preseason, I pace myself with how much I'm investing in terms of time, because I know once the regular season rolls around, it's going to be a busy season for me. I watch as many games as humanly possible. If I'm home and there's a game on, I'm watching it. On waivers today, there were 15 players put on waivers, and there's some noteworthies. Vegas waived 3, including Goulbourne, and Jacob Magna is on the list as well. Tampa Bay has put Louis Domingue on waivers. Now, sometimes you'll see the early waiver wire used to slide somebody through who otherwise might not make it. This is what I feel like Tampa Bay is doing here. Waive Domingue so that they know he's going to pass through waivers. Teams are still making decisions. They're not sure what they're going to do. Rather than wait till the end of camp, wait till October 1st, and then teams are more likely to take him. Better chance he slips through waivers now than later. Matt Bolesky with the Rangers is noteworthy in that he wasn't invited to camp. He told him in his $4 million, just go ahead and stay home. His actual salary this year is $3 million, but yeah. So Bolesky not even invited to camp, and he's already been demoted to the American Hockey League, which we knew was going to happen, but it's still surprising to see it. St. Louis has put Jordan Nolan and Jake Dotchin on waivers, and again, these are just the noteworthies. The noteworthiness of the players will increase as we get closer and closer to the start of the regular season. That's where we start seeing real surprises. The one that was a surprise to me was kind of Domingue, but with bringing in McElhinney, it means that they have to make room, and you're not going to carry 3 goaltenders, so you might as well waive Louis Domingue now. Dotchin, I would think of everybody that's out there on waivers right now, he's the most likely to potentially be picked up, but we'll see. And of course, Jordan Nolan, veteran player who's had some punch-ups in his time. And Vancouver put Justin Bailey on waivers. Again, there's a lot of names on the waiver wire that are just basically middling players, guys you knew were going to go to the American League anyways. And so they're thrown on waivers now. And there's more and more demotions going on as well. So we will have a better idea of how the rosters are going to look. Probably in about a week's time, we're going to be down to those last few decisions. But yeah, so let me know if you guys think anybody's going to get taken on waivers. Will somebody actually pick up Louis Domingue? Or is he going to pass through waivers and end up being assigned to the American Hockey League? Let me know your thoughts regarding that in the comment section below. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. If you're browsing your way through, you just happened upon this video. And hey, thank you guys so much for all your support and for watching. I'll talk to you again soon.